Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Jimmy Haslam called the Browns trade for Deshaun Watson a big swing and miss. In March 2022, Cleveland Browns acquired Deshaun Watson from the Texans in a trade package that included 3 first-round draft picks. The Browns then signed Deshaun to a $230 million contract, fully guaranteed. Since joining the Browns, he started just 19 games because of suspension and injuries, posted one of the lowest total QBRs in the NFL, suffered consecutive season-ending injuries in 23 and 24. We took a big swing and miss with Deshaun, Haslam said today. We thought we had our quarterback, and we didn't. We gave up a lot of draft picks to get him, so we dug ourselves out of that hole. The trade was the entire organization's decision, and it ends with D and I. So hold us accountable. I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, Jimmy has made some mistakes, but he's because here's the thing, Ocho. You do realize when they signed Deshaun Watson had not even started on the contract extension that the Houston Texans had gave him.
Yeah.
He hadn't even started that. They gave him an extra $80 million. And he hadn't even started on the contract that was supposed to happen.
Yeah. Remember I just talked about this yesterday about being able to get the truth. When's the last time you heard an owner come out and say something like this at any point? Or GM?
I like it.
At any point ever in the history.
Ocho, even though it's very obvious, because ain't no general manager can sign off on 230. That's got to go all the way to the top.
Way to the top. But they would never say it, though. They would never say it. This is unprecedented because they would never do this. And you just got on me last night about hearing the truth. They're actually coming out and saying it like it is. Everybody else will say it. Yeah. Yes.
But Ocho, you know the man feeling some type of way. He said this. Deshaun Watson is still on his team.
Yeah, matter of fact, he's still
Ocho. How you going, Ocho?
He's in the building.
Ocho, I give you a better example.
He's in the building rehabbing.
Ocho, how about this here? I married the wrong woman while still being married. Not after you got a divorce. Ocho, you know what I'm saying? I get a divorce. We've been together 5-6 years. Hey,
Say that one more time. I don't think the people in the chat heard you. Say it one more time.
I'm still married, and I say, you know what? I had a big swing and miss. Married the wrong woman.
Hey, man, listen. I think I don't know how things will go. Deshaun will come back.
I think they still owe him like $80 million over the next 2 years, Ocho?
82 if I'm not mistaken. 82 if I'm not mistaken. Do they take a quarterback in the draft?
Yeah. Hold on, what Cleveland picking? The Giants are picking 3, right?
Yeah.
Titans are 1.
What are they? What
2.
are they picking? That's
you got to get a quarterback. You got to get a quarterback.
Do you think? But hold on.
They owe $92 million. They owe him $46 million the next 2 years.
Okay.
Damn.
Hold on. They got to get a quarterback, right? What you thinking? Cam, Shador?
Well, it all depends.
I don't know. I don't know.
Depends on what Tennessee does at 1, because you don't control ish at 2. Everything is being controlled by 1.
What does Tennessee need?
Quarterback.
And where do you think Abdul Carter's going to go?
Everybody believes that the Tennessee Titans are taking Cam Ward with 1.
I have a question. You know what? I'm not going to do any comparisons. Okay, Cam Ward at 1. So Abdul Carter, I thought he might be the one to go first. Tennessee might pull a wool over everybody's eyes, but obviously they do need a quarterback. I'm assuming they don't believe in Will Levis with the mistakes and inconsistencies
How the
that
hell I'm going to believe in Will Levis and this joker got us picking 1? The hell you talking about? Believe in him. He the reason we're in this position.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Listen, normally we're able to, at least when the draft comes along, you can tell the first 3 picks and definite who's going where in that order. Now, once you get to 4, ain't no telling what's going to happen. This year's draft, I don't know who's going 1.
Yeah.
I just don't. Now that we know Tennessee needs a quarterback, but who do they like more? Do they like Cam? Do they like Shador? The New York Giants. The Giants have to take a quarterback. The Browns have to take a quarterback.
But everybody keeps saying that. The Giants said, well, we don't have to take a quarterback at.
And yes,
that's why you're in that position.
Stop. They're gonna say whatever they want to say. For one, this is what the league is known for doing. Is they gonna lie? They're gonna lie and hope you pass on who they.
Yeah, because I don't want you to trade up to get him. Especially the only way I can prevent somebody from taking is that I'm in the 1 spot. Because you can't trade above 1. And I ain't trading like in Harlem Nights. And I ain't trading, punk.
Well, it depends. Now you never know what package someone from below you might give you in exchange for that number 1 pick. If they want said player bad enough, they'll come get him.
Ooh. But here's the thing. Do you believe the guy? Because ain't no price tag. You can't offer Kansas City enough for Patrick Mahomes. You can't offer Cincinnati enough. You can't offer Buffalo enough. You can't offer Baltimore enough. So the question is, do you believe that the quarterback that you take is going to give you 10 years of prosperity?
Wait a minute. Now look at the names you just said.
But let me ask you a question. Did you think those guys were going to did you think Josh Allen was going to be what he was? What he turned out to be?
No.
Lamar Jackson was the 32nd pick, and the Ravens traded back to get him. Patrick Mahomes, Andy traded. He was 17 spots to zoom up to the board. So it's easy to say hindsight because it's a magnificent science. On the projections, you see what happens when you miss with that guy? Chicago had an opportunity to take Deshaun. They had an opportunity to take my homeboy. And what did they do? They took Trubisky.
Well, that's one job. Well, that's one job. Well, that's a difficult job, man. To being a scout, having the eye for talent, watching players play in shorts and shirts, judging everything off what they do at the combine and what they put on film.
I mean, everybody knew Joe Burrow. Joe was the only etched in stone. He was the number one. He was the number one.
Knew what it was.
But everybody
knew what it was.
Because I'm trying to think. Because Baker Mayfield was in that draft with Josh Allen and my homeboy. And not my homeboy, Lamar.
If you could do that draft all over, what would the order be now?
Oh, you take a Lamar 1. Josh Allen 2. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Just like if you do Mahomes draft, you taking Mahomes number 1. For sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's a mistake because look, you can make a mistake at a lot of other positions, but nothing sets you back or does more damage to your franchise than the quarterback, Ocho.
Mistake at the quarterback position every time.
If your foundation is cracked, Ocho, if the roof, I can do the roof. Hey, ain't no harm, no foul. Window something, we got. I get it, but that foundation, the quarterback is the foundation piece of an organization, and when you miss or it's cracked,
messes up everything.
Well, Lamar going 1, Josh Allen going 2. Who else was in that draft? Sam Darnold was in that draft? Oh, wow.
Sam went.
Fred Warner.
Who else?
Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel said he wants to be on the hot seat like Nick Sirianni was. I want to be on that same hot seat that Nick Sirianni was on last year. Bro, you ain't got to, from top to bottom, you don't have that. Does he
You know, had that
realize
kind of team.
how talented, what a job Howie Roseman has done?
Yeah, he knows. He understands. He understands. Listen, the saying will always remain true. Players get coaches fired, and players keep coaches' jobs. Now you look at the landscape of your team. Do you have where Sirianni has in
No.
Philly? And defensively.
Look at hold on.
Like a team like that, you can keep your job for a while.
Ocho, look at that offensive line that man got. Look at Philly's offensive line. Going to the Hall of Fame is Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson.
Dickerson. Landon Dixon.
Mm-hmm.
He's a multi-all-pro Pro Bowl player. Mailata.
Yes, sir.
They just lost the Hall of Famer in Jason Kelsey. You got a back in Saquon, who was Offensive Player of the Year. You got two outstanding receivers.
Yeah.
You got one of the 2 or 3 best defensive tackles in all of football. Does he understand what they had? What Howie Roseman has been able to build? You don't have that. You on the hot seat. You getting fired, Mike McDaniel.
Yeah. Hey, there's one thing that can save him, though.
What?
There's one thing that can save him. If that offense looked like it did the previous season, not last season, if Tua stays upright and stays healthy, and Waddle and Tyree contribute the way they did, where they were what, top 5 in both in all categories statistically as receivers. Now that will help. The identity for the Dolphins has always been their offense.
Let me ask you a question. Even when they had the outstanding season, what good team did they beat? When the weather dropped, when the weather got cold, what team did they beat?
Oh yeah, they lost. So and that's also the year where everyone that they did beat was below 500. Huh?
And when it got cold, what happened?
Yeah.
So now I don't know if you noticed this, but teams that normally make the playoffs, Kansas City, cold in Kansas City in January. Baltimore. It's cold in Baltimore in January.
Yeah.
Even in Denver, it's cold in Denver. You better hope Las Vegas or the Chargers make it. So you're indoors. Because think about it, Ocho. Every other Buffalo, it's cold. Cincinnati, it's cold. Pittsburgh,
very cold.
Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Denver, it's cold. Kansas City, it's cold. So unless you have home field, Miami, or you play Las Vegas, or you play the Chargers, you're gonna be outside and probably inclement weather. Yeah. Something that in the history, as long as I can remember, the Dolphins haven't fared well.
Always, for some reason.
Be careful what you ask for. Be careful now.